Hey everybody, this is Tony with Alliance Specialties in Laser Sales, and this is the new ID1 fiber laser welding system. There are a lot of different kind of laser welders on the market. There are YAG lasers, there are CO2 lasers, and there's fiber lasers. And each one of those does something a little bit differently. A YAG laser and a fiber laser both are used for welding, but they have very different mechanics that make them work. A YAG laser is typically more affordable. It's on the lower end. It's the older version of technology. So you're going to have a chiller with it. You're going to have consumables like mirrors and lamps and things like that that are going to need to be replaced on a regular basis. When you go with a fiber laser, there are no consumable materials. There's no lamps inside the system to generate the laser. There are no mirrors that can be moved around. And there's no chiller, so it's much more economical to use, and it's much more compact as far as a floor space. We wanted to make a system that could allow you to do large parts and small parts all in one machine. That wouldn't take up a lot of space in your shop, because we understand that floor space is incredibly important. So starting off, we wanted to make a machine with a lot of travel to it, because you don't know how big of the parts you're going to work with. But not all of it has to be motorized, right? That's just another thing that can break down in certain systems. So what we did is we made a locking mechanism underneath, so that you can have travel that is manual. You just move it to where you want it to go. And then once you dial that in, you use the joystick for your fine travel, for your actual working distance. Another movable part is down here at the bottom. You just loosen this up, and then your system can pivot all the way around, which allows you to have a larger tool on the floor and also a workstation, so that you don't have to move the machine around, you don't have to move the table around, and you can go from one job to the next very easily, very quickly. So we'll put this back. And then we've also got additional working and pivot points. So over here on the head, so this will allow the whole head to spin around depending on where you need to weld. There's additional pivot points here in the head. It allows to eliminate some back reflection, and also allows you to get into difficult to reach areas. It's a variable speed joystick, so you push the button, and now it has slow movement for the X and Y, and for the Z. You push the button again, it turns green. Now that X and Y is going to go much faster. It's also touch sensitive, so the further you push on the joystick, the faster it's going to go. To control the Z, you just rotate the joystick, and that gives you your up and down motion. One of the other unique features with the ID1 is the display, the user interface. It's built on tablet. We program the whole user interface here. It's our system. You can do everything with the tablet, and you can move it around in case you're working on a large job and you don't want to leave that on the machine and have to get up and go back and forth. So you control the current, the pulse width, the frequency, all with just a touch. And you can go in here and type it in if you don't want to sit there and keep hitting the arrow. Just hit done, and it comes up. You have different programs that are pre-saved in here. You can save up to 50 programs, so that means that if you know what you're going to be welding with, if you need P20 and 10 thou wire, you can do that, and you don't have to try and figure it out every time. What's nice is with a fiber laser, the laser is always consistent and the power is always the same. So the first day you get it to the 5th year that you're using it, those system requirements, those power settings are all going to be exactly the same. We have the gas is set up to start before you actually start welding, to make sure that the flow is nice and clean and you get the best, cleanest weld that you can. We have a ring light built in here, you'll see at the bottom, where you control the light with the interface. So everything is done right here with the controller. This is where all your settings are in one place. You don't have to go to multiple areas to get that dialed in. And it charges right to the machine. So you don't have to look for chargers or ports anymore. Another nice feature about the ID1 is the ability to weld either with the foot pedal or with the trigger. So all you have to do is go into the tablet, and change it from pedal to button.
And now you are able to weld using the button on the trigger instead of the foot pedal.
This is useful in case you have very large molds that you can't reach the foot pedal and you don't want to have to stand on a ladder and do anything unsafe. This allows you to be able to weld while you're in a comfortable position. This particular system, the ID1, comes in 3 different models. There's a 300 watt, a 450 watt, and a 600 watt laser system. Each one of those, they all do the same thing. It's just how much power do you need, how fast do you want to go, what kind of materials are you going to be working on. Those are all questions that we'll work with you on and try to figure out what system is right for you. The 600 watt laser is something brand new to us. It's actually coming out in March. We are offering a pre-sale right now, so in March that system is going to go for $198,000. We want to keep it under $200,000. We thought that's a good price point, especially for what it can do. But now, if you want to do the pre-sale for it, you want to get in early, we're lowering the price down to $159,000 if you buy before January, so that you can take advantage of new technology and be an early adopter for us, and we can help you grow and